And it is because of you that we have the most successful fitness weekend in the world, right here in Columbus, Ohio.
Everybody is situated where they're coming out. I have the officials all in white. Lightweight women, open women category. Then we got our lightweight men coming up, middleweight men, and heavyweights. Moss wrestling is a sport that you compete against people your own size. We have a consolidated roster for you guys. Keep coming in, guys. Heavyweights go. Jeremy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the class for the 2019 Arnold Classic Moss Wrestling International Tournament. How about a round of applause for our people up here? There's a couple people I want to introduce to you. First off, my friend from Russia, Igor Ermolayev, is our head official of today's tournament. I've got the first lady of Moss Wrestling in the entire world right here, Lena Tomaskaya, also from Moscow, Russia. The president of Moss Wrestling USA, Mr. Ode Haugen. And the president himself from Yakut, Russia, Mikhail Parkhamov, who is the president of Moss Wrestling International Federation. Mikhail is going to do a short speech. There's a lot of culture and respect amongst the people, and there's a multitude of displays. We're on a shortened time frame, so Mikhail is only going to do a short speech to you with his translator, and then we'll get to some action.
Gününden andedu ikkadarnağı Masardıhıga Arnold Classic Rahtihitin kütülahtara vanna kündü alcıtar.
Good morning, dear participants and friends of Arnold Classic International Mass Wrestling Championship.
Bu yürüler künge andedu tağı Masardıhıga Federasyonun adıttan agadilipin köngülen.
On this special occasion, on behalf of the International Mass Wrestling Federation, we welcome you.
Amerika xalbahtar saatların Masardıhıga Federasyonun salayachıdıgar ubastavullah ot ufeginga uluhan mahtalbadın tiyedebet.
We would like to say big thank you for organizing this event to the President of Mass Wrestling USA, legendary Ode Haugen.
Bargıdıgar üçüge günü kıtılaktarga kim küstah ol kaydın mahtal.
We wish all participants the best of luck and for everyone in attendance to enjoy this memorable event. Let the strongest and best prepared win. Thank you.
All right, guys, I'm going to excuse all of our athletes. You guys can go backstage. But first, I want to be able to get our lightweight women up here. All right, while the athletes are getting off of the stage, thank you, Ode. They're going to get their equipment. I've got two ladies. Our first matches is going to be from the silver medalist in the 65 kilo category at the World Championship. Her name is Fanny Rebecca Vargi. She is from Hungary. She is one of the best 75 kilo ladies in the world. Her opponent is from Yakutsk, Russia. She is a world champion in Moss Wrestling. She is a 65 kilo category athlete. Her name is Sardana Osipova. You're going to see a lot of demonstration of culture, respect, adoration to one another from the athletes and also the delegation team. This is all based out of Yakutsk, Russia, which is Siberia, basically. Nice, warm, balmy temperature. We were there in November. It was negative 35. As soon as we can get Sardana out here, we'll get the action underway. All right, here comes Sardana. Fanny, come on up. You're going to see these two ladies battle it out. A lot of skill, agility, power, endurance. This tests the fortitude of your entire body and mind if you get involved with this sport. Not only strength is needed, but athleticism, agility. And you're going to see that these ladies can move laterally side to side. They're wrestling over the stick. The way they're going to win is either pull one and over. Sardana is pulling a move right now, which is very common for an offensive position. It's called a stoike. It's where the opponent raises themselves completely off of the deck and uses all that power and to leverage more weight over the opposing person. This is a best out of three. Again, Sardana is a world champion Moss wrestler. Fanny is a silver medalist at the 2018 World Championships. You guys have got world-class demonstration going on right now here at the Arnold Classic. If you're interested in getting involved, like I said, Moss Wrestling USA, you can get in touch with us. If you want to buy the toe board, roguefitness.com, huge sponsor for everything here at the Arnold. You can buy a toe board also and set it up in your backyard. Fanny with a quick step, trying to get that shoulder drop, but Sardana quickly puts herself in a defensive position. And your winner, Sardana Osipova. All right, the next round in the tournament, we're going to bring up Miss Megan White and Sarah Shear. Megan White. Megan White. All right, here we go. Megan White over here on the red. Sarah Shear over here on the blue. Both these ladies are newer to this sport. And Megan was able to take just straight drop back. This is her first actual tournament. She just started the sport a couple months ago. Knows enough to compete, but is trying to get experience, and what a way to dive in head first, right? How about the world stage? If you're looking and wondering, the stick, sorry, I got distracted there for a moment. The stick positioning is either inside pro sup or outside pro sup. Megan's got a good drive back. Sarah is holding on real tight, but the grip just goes, and the win is going to go to Miss Megan White. Anyways, you'll see the positioning on the stick. When you get to the higher levels of Moss Wrestling, very good. I'll get back to that in a second, but let me bring up Miss Mary Kane and Nikita Marzano. Hopefully Nikita is over here. She was pulling double duty today. She's a Highland Games athlete over in the south corner. She's throwing. So Nikita is pulling double duty. Timing-wise is not able to do it. So she will get the win. Mary Kane will move on, advance. All right. We're being told we're going to give her a little bit more time before, so Mary will come back in a few moments. We'll move on to, from Canada, Miss Bailey Desheen against Miss Sarah Ott. Anyways, as I was speaking earlier about the stick position, your hand position is over under, pro sub grip. You have an outside position, you have an inside position. It gets really crafty once you start learning the nuances of Moss Wrestling. There's twisting, there's rotation, there's pushing, there's pulling, there's driving the stick. There's all different variations to get your opponent out of balance, which is the complete key to either pulling the stick out of their hands or pulling them up and over the deck. Bailey was representing Canada at the World Championship in Yakutsk this past Thanksgiving. Very powerful athlete. I'm not too familiar with Sarah, but she looks like she's got a very good defensive. She's just trying to outlast Bailey, but just unable to. Bailey is relentless. She also trains as a strong woman. They have a maximum of 90 seconds in between the rounds. They can chalk up, they rest up, they usually see their coaches, get a little bit of advice, talk about some strategies, what's working, what's not working. You can see Sardana is up coaching Bailey. Sarah, I'm going to come over and coach you because it's not fair to the world champions hanging out with the Canadian, right? We got to represent the United States right now. All right, Igor, who is our head referee, is calling the athletes back. He will give all the commands in Yakutsk, which is a specific language in the eastern portion of Russia. Valor is the command. It translates loosely into sit down. Volem, che is ready, go. Finding that you see that Igor is getting the stick in a neutral position, and she drives the knee, so Bailey will walk away with the win. If you have never tried this sport, I encourage you to find a place locally that has small Moss Wrestling tournaments. It is extremely taxing. You want to talk about a physical workout, a 30-second match, you will be sweating and you will be sore like you just had a 45-minute workout after doing this the first time. All right, so Bailey Deschen from Canada wins. We're going to bring up our lightweight men, Austin Lohman against Imre Norbert Sosnoki, from Hungary. A lot of these guys train, we all hang out when we're not competing. It's like a family reunion. See, Imre's getting coached by his team from Hungary. Austin's getting some help from national member Adam Tucker, and also lifestyle Moss wrestler Mr. Yuha. It was very, very intense. One of the best guys you'll see in Moss wrestling. This is your lightweight men category. These guys are 85 kilos or underneath. So basically about 185 pounds or less. Imre is a very experienced lightweight. I think he normally wrestles at the 80 kilo category, which is 176 or below. And I know Austin's brand new to this, so. All right, here we go. Round 2. Very explosive. These guys are driving their heels into this footboard. You can see the tension just going back and forth. Trying to get the stick centered in a neutral position to start the match. And it's very explosive and just a quick step. Imre takes the match. And your winner in the lightweight men category, Imre Dasnoki from Hungary. All right, we're moving on to our middleweight category. These guys are 105 or below, 105 kilo. 105 kilo is 231 or less. So first up, we're going to bring out Mr. Tomas Deli from Hungary. And my good buddy, Mr. Lee Martin, the 105 kilo guy for Team USA. This is going to be explosive. These guys have the power of a big guy, but the prowess of lightweights. They are very spry. You're going to see a lot of movement, a lot of posturing. You want to talk about aggression? These two guys are like pit bulls waiting to go at it. By the way, they also sub as underwear models. All right, Tomas is going outside, which means you're going to see a lot of movement laterally. Lee is going to go defensive or to go straight down the middle. And right there, Tomas is trying to draw him and takes Lee and draws the stick out of his one hand. If you saw the way the positioning was, again, when I talk about the nuances of the stick, the way Tomas did that was he did a left drive, but he rotated the stick like he was throttling a motorcycle, which opened up Lee's hand. So, like I said, there's a lot of small, intricate strategy movements that you want to get involved with, get experience with, if you want to be on the world stage and one day go to the Olympics and do this sport. All right, here we go. Lee wants it, I guarantee it. He's going to try to draw a sudden death, round 3. But Tomas, powerful, straight down the middle. All right, and your winner from Hungary, Mr. Tomas Deli. All right, next up from Germany, Mr. Martin Tin Kuhn against Mr. Quentin Falk. Again, you have a lot of power over from Martin. Quentin is no weak Ross wrestler in any way, but he is extremely spry and tricky when it comes to stick position and feet position. We swapped out our new referee up here. His name is Mr. Chad Clark. He is the president of the operations of our Eastern Coast operations. And Quentin with quick spryness. All right, I just had to double check because he just smacked himself in the face with a stick. All right, so Quentin's good after trying to make himself a Pez dispenser just now. But I guarantee you the German is going to come and answer right now. All right, this is interesting. Quentin is going for offensive, I can tell, because he likes to move laterally. But Martin is extremely powerful down the center, and he just gave him his dominant position. Oh, and he is able to pull it away. Huge win for Mr. Quentin Falk. Huge. All right, how about a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for our middleweight men. We need to we got it cleaned up. Quentin busted out a callus on that last turn, so we got a new stick. All right, we got a little bloody one on the last one. All right, we're moving to our big boys. First up, Mr. John Mauser, representing Team USA, against the Russian Anton Dementev, another world-class wrestler. He's really a 125 kilo guy, which is about 275, up to 275. Mauser, you know, come up here, he's gonna see he's a little guy. About 6'6", 350 pounds. So he would be in the 125 plus category. So as you can see, you're literally looking at about a 60, 70 pound differential in this heavyweight category. You are allowed to wear knee sleeves. You are allowed to wear belts. That's really about it. Otherwise, this is such a grip-dominant sport. A lot of guys spend a lot of time just working their grip to make them a better mouse wrestler. And with a stoike, wow. This is why Anton is one of the best. Just easily from out of the gate, raises himself into a stoike from the get-go, getting leverage over his bigger opponent. The guy knows how to wrestle. The guy knows how to answer every positive offensive movement you're gonna bring. But does Mauser have what it takes? Can he take that height and weight advantage and force a sudden death round 3? John answers good, and boom. Straight down the middle. Is John okay? John gives the thumbs up. All right, here we go. Sudden death, high tech. Chooser device we got is a die. And blue's gonna take the choice in advantage of stick. So Anton flew all the way from Russia to come compete in this. I don't think he wants to go home empty-handed. However, Mr. Mauser came from West Virginia. Virginia or about West Virginia. Guys are tightening up, loading their legs. And Anton, quick work, again, throttling the stick from the get-go, opening up Mr. Mauser's pinky on his weaker side. And Anton Demented from Russia is your winner in the first heavyweight match. All right, next up is Mr. Jeremy Hayes against our 125 national team athlete, Devonta Montgomery. Devonta was with me in Russia. He earned a spot in the bronze medal match, was unable to walk away with it, but to be newer to the sport, obviously smaller stature, because you got to figure 125 plus category, the guy's my size or bigger. Devonta is a short guy, but he is strong and stout. And like I said, so strong in his legs, he really just overpowers you out of the gate. I know Jeremy's newer to the sport, right? Second match? This is Jeremy's second tournament. He's going against a guy who's worked his way all the way to the national team. We travel all around the world for these competitions. We have one of our athletes going to Saudi Arabia next week to compete in a regional championship. We're starting to select our team now for the World Cup Stage 2, which will be in Poland later this year. Good job, Devonta. Quick drive, quick heel push, left dominant. Right and back, your winner in your heavyweight category, Mr. Devonta Montgomery. All right, we only have one athlete to bring up last, but he is getting a bye this round, but formality is formality, and we have to raise his hand. Ulysse Payne III, who is an alternate. Where's Ulysse? Ulysse, come on up, man. So Ulysse is an alternate for a 125 category. He was at the World Cup in 2017 and represented us in the 125 plus ultimate category. As you can see, he's a little dude in Vladivostok, Russia. And he did really well. I believe podium. This is a formality. His opponent was injured, so he's going to get the win. He's going to move on to the round tomorrow. So Ulysse will continue. We will be on the concourse stage next. Go ahead, get out of here. All right, so we got to bring up, we got our Highland Games athlete, got our break, Nikita Marzano. Against your 85 kilo national team athlete, silver medalist in the 2018 World Championships, Miss Mary Kane. Our new referee is Michelle Degro. Both of these ladies are extremely strong. Mind you, Nikita is pulling double duty. She's a competitor at the Highland Games competition, which is happening over there on, I believe that's the south corner. Nikita is smart enough. She wants to take the power away from Mary. And Mary just extremely powerful, able to pull over and proving why she is our national team ladies 85 kilo category. Winner, Mary Kane. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is our demonstration as far as all of our matches for this portion of the tournament. We are going to continue tomorrow outside on the concourse stage. Again, if you guys want to get involved in Moss Wrestling, feel free to come and talk to me after this or go to mosswrestlingusa.com. We'd love to teach you. We have a good network of instructors and places around the country. We are growing this sport. Again, if you want to potentially become an Olympic athlete, this is a ground level here stateside sport. So we are growing the national team by leaps and bounds every month. So if you want to get involved and have a good chance, the pool is not filled up yet. So we'd love to take some time and train you. Again, I want to thank Rogue Fitness for everything they've done here. Six Pack Fitness, who has donated all the prizes for this competition. Iron Grip Barbell Company, who does a lot of our equipment for training. Again, my name is John Eccles, Ode Haugen, President of Moss Wrestling USA. And we love to hear from you guys later on. Thank you. I hope you enjoy the rest of the show this entire weekend.